Hi, fellow traders. I hope you guys had a great day today. It was another crazy day in the neighborhood for me, but that's par for the course. Summertime trading at its finest. So I just take it, enjoy it while I can, and just be there when better days come. And that's about all we can do right now. But want to share this with you real quick. Now, I brought this up using a different angle. I'm gonna change it up this time, but we've got to clean it up. You've got to clean it up if you're gonna come in and you're gonna really learn how to trade and really learn what it takes to make it. You gotta clean yourself up, because if you come in with too much trash, you're gonna contaminate whatever you do, and you're gonna destroy it. It's just like somebody who really doesn't understand how to cook a turkey. You're gonna you you pull it out, you dress it up, and put it in the oven, but you never clean the turkey out. So you're gonna end up most likely with a contaminated turkey, and it's destroyed, it's ruined. And your trading career is gonna be the same way. You've got to clean it up. There's a lot of things that we bring in that is detrimental to our trading career. I know this for a fact because I had to go through it. In order for me to get to where I am today, I had to clean it up. And so, there's several guys that, say, I've been doing this for all this time, and, there's things that I just can't be consistent with. And when that happens, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, what can I do to get rid of this? What can I do better? And that's what it's going to take. Because there's no guaranteed timetable that if you put this much time in, then by some miracle, things are going to start happening for you. It just doesn't work that way. So you got to start by cleaning out all of the garbage, all of the stuff that you may have learned that is irrelevant, all of the baggage that you brought, all of the stuff you brought from, growing up, and all of that stuff's got to get thrown away. And you got to clean out and start from scratch. And that's how you're gonna get there. There's a lot of people who will come in one day, can make $2,000-3,000, but at the end of the week, they don't have any money. And it's a cycle that continues to repeat itself. And it's all because you probably carrying too much garbage. And it is contaminating your trading. All right, so let's take a look at the SPY today. You can see the market, we had a big sell day. Lost that 323 level that we worked so hard to claim. Lost it today. I think we closed at 329.99 or something like that. So we closed below the 5-day moving average. So we may be coming in tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit the 20 tomorrow. But like I said, we just have to wait and see. I wouldn't be surprised if I woke up and this thing was gapped up over 330. I mean, nothing surprises me anymore with this market. But looking at the technicals, looking at everything right now, it looks like, we may be selling off some more tomorrow. At least to the 20 here. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Good thing is it's Friday, so we won't be jumping in any more swings. So that's good. All right, so one of the trades today took BA, and I was trying to wait for some confirmation here, because you know how BA trades. And I was trying to wait for a confirmed move over red to green. So obviously this was the 5-minute opening range high right here, and we were later on in the day. This was right during lunchtime, and we worked our way through the 20 and then went green on the day. So I waited for this candle to test a little bit and then break the high of this candle, confirming a claim going green. Got it. It pushed up a little bit, and then the bottom fell out. Came really close to stopping me out before we turned around. Had this huge candle and actually made it up to my first target, well, almost to my first target, but I snagged it because I wasn't gonna go through this. But it looks like I probably should have waited and let this thing come back, because if I hadn't have taken profit here, I never would have been stopped out here, and I would have made a couple of targets instead of just getting just short of one. But this is one of the things that I have to make sure I'm okay with. That am I, did I take this off early because I felt uncomfortable with the price action, which is legit, or did I take it off because I almost got stopped out and I don't want to come back and lose it? I don't want to be green and then come back and end up closing this thing red and get stopped out. So that's something that I got to unpack tonight. Think about it a little bit more. I tried thinking about it here, and I can't really say for sure. So I'm gonna have to think about it some more before I can grade myself on this. If I really felt uncomfortable with the price action and what it was doing, which caused me to take this a little early, then I'm okay with it. But if I let this creep into me and I just snagged it when it got some, or when I felt like it was coming back, then that's not going to be good. But that was that on BA, and you could see this thing. There's no way I could trade it in all of this. I don't trade in all of that traffic. But it did make a huge sell-off, and this was a decent trade in through here, but it just wasn't clean. And it doesn't matter how good it looks. If it's not a clean trade for me, I'm not gonna break my rules and take it. But so that's all we got out of that. MSFT, this was the one that I was working all day. So at the open, you can see this kind of made a decent move here. And once we got over all of this, I got long. I kind of waited a minute because I wanted to kind of see what this was going to do. Are we going to hold up or whatever? But I got in and had a really nice move. Took some profit here. Took some profit here. And then we came back in. Now, I didn't draw this until after we made the high here. And we pulled back. So we kind of put this channel in. And here's the bottom. This was the opening range low. So we pulled all the way back. And we were kind of, when we pulled back, we were within the 5-minute opening range high and low. To me, this is no man's land. There's no trades in this zone. Not until we break out. So we finally got a candle. We broke down through the opening range low, through the 20. Once this candle closed, this candle opened, it pushed up a little bit, and I was able to get short on this. Of course, we bounced, and then we sold back off and ended up getting some profit here. And I was looking for it to get down to 204, but it didn't make it. You can see we just kind of got held up here, and then we bounced, ended up getting stopped out at break even. And we got the rejection here. And as soon as we broke down below this channel here and the 9, I got in. And I was looking for a move down here to the bottom of this channel. I was going to take 2/3 off, which I did. And because I did not have any thought that we would get past this right now. I thought we would bounce and push back up, and then I was going to wait and have to get in, once we got through this level. Because if I got in on this break, there wasn't enough room here between here and this level. But trading in a channel is where a lot of people lose money. If you're not on your game, you can get in, not recognize when the sands are shifting or the winds are changing. You can't identify it, and you end up coming back getting stopped out. So one thing about trading in this channel, and that's kind of what I was going over while we were in this trade, was what you needed to pay attention to and what you needed to watch. Because the worst thing you could do is take this to a max loss, being stubborn. Because this was either going to work to get down here or it wasn't. And fortunately it worked. We hit first target, second target was at 204. Third target we got through to under 203. And the next one I was waiting for, 202. That was my final target here. But you can see we put in the bottom and this held. And we ended up taking it off at the close. But I made an error here, and I think honestly this wick was me, because I thought I was clicking the market order right before the close, but I realized it was a limit order. It wasn't on market, it was limit, and it was set at 203.11. And so I wondered why when I hit the button it sat there for a minute, and then all of a sudden it fell. And I see this thing ran right up to my order, and it was crazy. To me, I just thought it was crazy that how it did that. Normally in the course of a normal day, it's not going to do that. But for some reason, it did that. Had to go back and check some. So this was a pretty good haul today, and I kept it clean. Didn't have to re-engage. I kept it clean. I didn't make any errors like yesterday. Oh, I just remember I didn't even. I didn't get to do a recap yesterday. Let me see if I could find. Give me 1 minute. Let's see if I could find that chart, and then I can add it to the end of this right quick. All right, there it is. Unfortunately, I only took one picture yesterday. I didn't get all of them because I traded Microsoft yesterday. All right. So we got that in. All right, so I'm still irritated about this. Because if you go back and look, the high of this candle, the high is 211.13. So it had to have, when the market closed, we were down here. When the market closed, we were at like 202.60 something, and then this thing closed. This thing fills at 203.11. It went right to my order, and that's the high. So I don't even know if anybody else's orders filled. It just hit mine and came back. But it was crazy. So today we ended up 755.38. Not a bad haul. I'll take it. I will take it. Take some of the sting away from the last day or so. So this was the only one that I took. mRNA was the first trade I took that was a stop out. It didn't work. I think that would have been. So I got in at 82.29, looking for it to go long, opening range breakout, and took it off at like 81.60-ish. And then we went to Microsoft, and this is where I knew something wasn't right. I was going long here, buying it over the pre-market high. I was going long, and I ended up shorting it. Instead of taking it long, I ended up shorting it. So I held on for a second to see if it was going to sell back off. But it tried a little bit, but it didn't. When it got back to break even, I took it off. And then, I ended up buying once we broke the high of this candle. And you could see what happened. So, it was an early day for me yesterday. Just wasn't connected. Wasn't connected to the market. But today was a pretty good day. Looking for another decent day tomorrow. And maybe we can close this week out strong. So you guys have a great night, a great evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.